Hello, welcome to Healing with podcast. I am Marissa McDevitt, your host, mindset coach, mentor, and founder of Healing Center. Are you tired of all the BS? So was I. This podcast is my raw, unfiltered take on life, sharing my personal experiences, lessons, and healing practices that help me break free from the cycles that no longer serve me. I am just an average woman who decided to stop settling and start speaking up. Here we dive deep into the messy, beautiful, and sometimes painful realities of life, business, and relationships. No fluff, no judgment, just real talk, real growth, and real transformation. This is a safe space for anyone, women, men, and all the beauties in between. So, who's ready to raise their standards, heal, and step into their power? Let's learn, grow, and evolve together. Now tune in and let's talk about it. All right, episode 4. Love over hate. How to stay in a high frequency when the world tries to dim your light. This episode is for anyone who's ever felt attacked, judged, or rejected for just being happy, successful, or authentically themselves. The truth is, it's not about you. It's a reflection of what's unhealed in them. So today, we're learning how to respond with love and not ego. This one was a triggering episode for me. So this is my second time recording, and I had to ground myself and re-center on the topic and tap back into my love frequency because it was so triggering. So the reason why is because I have dealt with this so much still to this day that it's all right. It is okay. It's going to happen, and that's why we're talking about it. So what do I mean when people try to dim your light? Let me give you an example. The mailboxes. In our neighborhood, we don't have like individual ones. We have like the section ones where it's like 30 of them at a time. And yes, I know HOA, it's not, it's illegal to hang the flyers, whatever. Everybody does it. All over the mailboxes were people's business flyers, like actually trying to sell things. So I was like, okay, I'm going to make mine way better, way more appealing, way more professional, and it's a free event. So I hung them on the mailboxes next to everybody else's crap, and then I also hung them on some posts throughout the neighborhood. This is someone trying to dim your light. I had a specific person in the neighborhood wanting to do a collab with me. And I agreed to it. We kind of talked about it. We never had anything set in plan. They reached out to me talking about how they wanted to collab on my grand opening party. And I said, no. This is my opening party. Come enjoy my opening party, and my further workshops, we can collab. How it all started is they reached out and told me how beautiful my flyers were and that they were excited to collab and when they can come over and all the things. And that's when I explained to them, like, hey, we never had anything set in stone. We can collab in the future. But this party is for me. This is my grand opening party. It is my time to shine. I'm not kidding, y'all. The next day, my flyers were ripped down. I took photos. They were ripped down. And you're like, oh, Marissa, obviously that's like the HOA or someone in your neighborhood. Like, no, listen. If it was HOA, they would have ripped down all of the signs and cleaned up the mailboxes. Mine was the only one ripped down. If it was somebody looking out for my well-being, saying, hey, you might get a fine, they would have reached out to me and said, hey, I'm taking these down so you don't get a fine. I've been fined before. So this is an example of someone trying to dim your light. Another example, and I'm not really sure why it was like a little pattern. So fast forward, I made more flyers and I hung them up at the business that I work at. Of course, I got the owner's approval. They're amazing. They support me 100%. They're so cute. They came to my grand opening party. They're really good energy. They're business owners. They're entrepreneurs. They understand. So I hang up my flyers all over. I got my business cards out. And I think that was on a Wednesday. Or no, whatever. It was during the week. I don't work on the weekends. I came back on Monday and all my flyers were ripped down. Talk about triggering. So I'm like, what the heck? Anyways, what it comes down to is these people are trying to dim my light. I stayed for the first rip down of the flyers. I stayed completely grounded. I did not confront them. I know exactly who it was. I stayed in my higher frequency and I let my love go over my ego. I let my love continue to shine. And I stayed in a higher frequency because I know it wasn't me, it was them and their own insecurities in their own ways. So here we go. 5 steps to stay in a love frequency, even around the haters. Number 1, no, it's not personal. It's a projection of their own reality. Hurt people hurt people. End of story. End of episode right there. No, I'm just kidding. Haters are often mirroring their inner pain. Your light triggers the parts of them that feel unloved or unseen. That's exactly what happened with my flyer situation. And I knew that. I knew that. The more you rise, the more you reflect what they haven't healed yet. Affirmation. This is a good one. This is a key affirmation. I do not absorb projections. I reflect love. It's a really good one. I do not absorb projections. I reflect love. Number 2, anchor into your truth and self-worth. So stay grounded in who you are. So know what's true about your heart, your intentions, and your path. And you can also journal about it. Who am I when no one's watching? What do I know to be true about my purpose? So because I'm tapped in and I know about my purpose, I know that I am a light worker. I know that I am here to radiate love and stay in a higher frequency and awaken the masses into their light. So I know it's still hard. I'm human. I got real triggered on the second time that my flyers got taken down. I was like, all right, who's trying to fight? So journal about it if you need to. What do I know to be true about my purpose? An affirmation, a key affirmation that we can say to anchor in. I am secure within myself. I don't need outside approval to validate my light. Number 3, respond with grace. Or don't respond at all. This one hit hard when I was at a friend's Christmas party. And my old roommate showed up and ignored me for half the night. And I knew she's seen me, but she is just kind of that type of person. And I didn't bother me. I just let it go. I wasn't going to approach her. I'm like, okay, if you want to be in that energy, then Have at it, girlfriend. She finally walked up to me and in the fakest way and the most fakest energy said, Marissa, congratulations on the engagement. I'm happy for you. And I just stayed grounded. I stayed grounded in my own truth because I know exactly how she was feeling deep down. One, she didn't expect me to be there. And two, she showed up with her ex on and off toxic boyfriend of years, following him around like she always has. And of course, deep down, she wants a healthy, loving relationship and she wants to be engaged and get married. That's what everybody wants. So I knew not to take it personal. I know it was her projection on me. I know she's hurt and she's just trying to mask the pain. I know she has a lot of growing and growth to do. Do I think she's an absolutely terrible person? No. So I stayed grounded and I just said thank you, appreciate it. And I didn't give her any time of the day. Let her go do her thing and I did my thing. So you don't need to match their energy. That's a hard one to learn. That took me a lot of years to learn because I'm a now I'm more grounded and I practice, right? But I used to be very snappy, very hot-headed. So if someone was sassy to me, I was sassy right back, probably 10 times more. I'm a very masculine energy type of woman. I'm like a very protection. I protect myself. I protect my energy. I protect my friends. So a lot for the longest time, I would match people's energy. And you'll hear it but now when people say like, I snap back if someone snaps at me. It's like, yeah, sometimes, don't get me wrong, sometimes I do. I mean, I literally work in a bar. We have to deal with the wildest people sometimes. And not every day do I have the patience and I'm completely grounded. Sometimes I do snap right back. Or for example, I just stare at them until they realize that they are the ones being ridiculous. All right, a little off topic here. Let's go back to where we're going. You don't have to match their energy. Silence, a smile, or a boundary is a response. There we go. Bam! Silence. I like the silence one. That's what I just said. Oh, perfect. That aligned perfectly. Ha ha. So, silence. I just stared at them. That was a good one. A smile. Perfect. That's what I did with my old roommate. Let them talk. Your success will always speak louder. A key mantra. Let them watch me. Ooh, that's a good one. I like that. That one hits hard. That one's kind of like in a boss bitch era. I said it. Number 4, protect your energy. Spiritual hygiene is a must when you're shining bright. Use grounding tools, breath work. Gosh. My coach, shout out to Mary Hope, she got me into breath work. She was like, she's really big into breath work. I think she's breath work certified. If not, she's about to be or should be. She's amazing. And she introduced it into our course and she would do it with us. And at first I was like not having it. It gave me a lot of anxiety. And then I did a breathwork ceremony online during an eclipse, and that was an hour long. And I had a breakthrough. And I literally messaged her right away. I was like, oh my gosh, I get the breathwork now. Was I perfect at it? Absolutely not. Am I perfect at it now? No. I'm still at the beginner stages of breathwork because it still gives me anxiety. I still have breakthroughs. All I'm saying is breathwork is huge. So, use grounding tools. Breath work, sage. We love sage. Always cleansing with sage. Crystals. Nature, walking in nature. Praying. Movement. Oh, movement. Go to the gym. Go outside for a walk. Go rollerblading. Go ride your bike. So big. Black tourmaline is the most powerful protection stone. It's an energetic bodyguard, and I love that stone. I've bought it for my sister. I bought it for my nieces. I gift them to my friend, even my friend Maggie. My friend Maggie and I, we have our stones with us all the time, and we laugh about it because we're like little witches. I wear mine on my neck. I'll have them in my pocket and my purse. She puts hers under her salon chair. It helps so much. Like, amazing. But you don't want to get too attached to the stones, because I have been there before too, where I'm like, a lot of times I would forget my stone in the house and I would run back inside and get my stones. And it really did help. But after a while, you learn to do other methods of grounding and cleansing your energy. And this is a good one right here. Visualizing a golden light around your body and sealing your peace. That's a perfect example right there. Key daily ritual is to energy cleanse with this intention. I release what's not mine and call all of my power back to me. Number 5, send them love anyways. Ooh, yeah. This one is hard, so hard. Especially like right in the moment. You don't want to send them love. You're irritated. They're being assholes. Like, why do you want to send them love when they're being haters? Because you have to. Because love is the answer. Love is the key to life. Love is the answer to life. I'll give you an example. My manager at work hating on me for getting acknowledged by the owners for my reviews on the website and not them. So I have little review cards that I paid out of pocket. I created them. They have like my little QR code and stuff, and I hand them out. It's just a thing I learned from a past job, and I thought it was an extremely amazing networking thing. And also I have my business logo on the backside. And yes, I got approved for it, of course. So don't just go out doing that thing and then get in trouble by your bosses. Always get approved. Anyways, I have a lot of reviews on there. I walked in and I kind of walked in on her talking about the reviews, kind of making fun of me. And so I just smiled and, they said, well, you're getting all this praise for your reviews, but we never even gotten a praise for our review. We have a review. We have reviews. And I went on the website later and I was like, okay, you have one review that I see. And again, it's like she's coming at me because she didn't get acknowledged. But I'm getting acknowledged, but she's a manager. But her projections are coming out to me. So all I did was walk away, and I still show up every single day with love. I showed up with love. And then a week ago, I suggested to the owner that we needed to change the pizza crust because it is nasty, like Lunchable nasty. So I had all the staff vote. Do you want to keep the pizza crust or vote out the pizza crust? Because all of us were talking about how gross it was, including the customers. So I'm like, all right, well, we got to change this. So anyways, I have all the staff vote. And we all voted. Everybody voted it out. I approached the owner the next time I seen them in the most kind and professional way, and the owner agreed to change it. And we all sat down and they agreed to change it. And then they were calling around and getting it changed. And they said, thank you for bringing it to my attention. And the same manager got upset at me and said, why would he listen to you? We've been trying to tell him to change the pizza crust and now he wants to listen because you said it. And I wanted to react so bad. I wanted to say, would you just be happy that the crust is being changed? Does it matter who got him to change it? But instead, I literally stayed in silence and walked away. I let it go. I said, this isn't my energy. This is her projections. I know that she's not an evil person. She is just projecting on me. So every day I still show up with love and I still show up to work with a smile on my face and I stay in my grounded energy because going back, right? Let them talk, but your success will speak louder. So this sending them love and anyways is the next level frequency mastery. It is a practice. It is practice. I mean, trust me, there was no kind of sending them love anyway a couple years ago. Absolutely not. Even like a couple months ago, to be honest. It was a lot. I mean, it was hard. It's a practice. So choose compassion. They're hurting more than they are hating. And once you understand that, you can see right through them. When you're tapped in, when you're aligned, when your third eye's open and you can see through people, you know that they're only hating because they're hurting. You know that deep down something isn't fulfilled and that's why they're projecting onto you. So imagine sending them love, healing, encourage them to heal themselves. Affirmation. I choose to love louder than they hate. Ooh. My name is Love Bug for a reason. People don't know that. Maybe they don't know that. I haven't talked about that yet. If you don't know me, my rave name, yes, that's right, rave name is Love Bug. Love Bug. I got it when I was 16 years old at an underground warehouse rave. That's for another episode. So remember, love is your superpower. Not everyone will clap when you win, and that's okay. Keep glowing and keep growing. Your peace is your protection, and your purpose is bigger than their projections. Fire. Hey there, beautiful soul. Quick pause here to share something magnetic with you. I am inviting you to join me June 27th through the 30th in Puerto Penasco, Mexico, which is also known as Rocky Point, Mexico, for the first ever magnetic mindset retreat, a powerful 3-day experience designed to activate your inner power and align you with your higher self. We're talking daily sound healings on the beach, Reiki session, 2 curated transformational workshops, exciting excursions like riding ATVs through the desert, horseback riding on the beach, a vibrant welcome party to set the vibe with dinner, delicious breakfast and lunch included daily, and every evening is open for you for your own soulful adventure. You'll have the choice of a shared room or a private room with your own bathroom. Flights and transportation are not included, but we do offer a shuttle from Phoenix Airport to the retreat in Rocky Point for an additional fee. This experience is for anyone 21 or older who is ready to shift their mindset, connect in community, and embody their most magnetic self. Spots are limited, so you can check on my Instagram, Facebook, DM me. I'll have the link below so you can apply. And I cannot wait to meet you in paradise. Much love. And let's get back to the episode. So this is a triggering topic, and this is why I had to record it twice. How to know when your best friends are actually jealous or don't want you to win. Sometimes it's not the haters online, but it's the people closest to us. The ones we expected to clap the loudest, but who stayed silent, or worse, throw a subtle, jabs at you. So here's how to spot the difference between the true support and the quiet resentment. And this goes for your closest friends, family. Yeah. Triggered me. Yeah, triggered me. I went on a whole rampage and we had to delete that episode. So this dynamic feeds their ego. They feel needed or superior when you're down. Love doesn't keep score. True friendship supports your growth. Amen. Third sign. Backhanded compliments or jokes like, "You're doing great, but don't forget where you came from." "Oh, wow, who do you think you are now?" Or these are often mistaken as humor, but they cut deep and you feel it in your gut. So trust your gut feeling because energy never lies. The fourth sign. They compete instead of celebrate. You share something you're proud of, and then they instantly one-up you or shift the focus onto them. Yeah, I have someone close to me that did that. And that was a sign for me. And then I started really analyzing and checking in, and I'm like, dang, there's actually 3 or 4 signs. There's no space for you to shine without them needing to outdo it. Love isn't a competition, it's a collaboration. Ooh, I like this so much. Love isn't a competition, it's a collaboration. Every time I see my friends post something positive on social media, true to themselves, I blast, I share it, I comment, I like. Because love isn't a competition, it's a collaboration. I build you up, you build me up. I cheer you on, you cheer me on. And it's so fun. It's so fun to have friends that do that. It's so fun to have a friend group that lifts each other up and builds each other up. The fifth sign, you feel drained or diminished after time together. What was my last podcast about? 5 minutes of your time with small-minded people. Choose who you surround yourself with. Pay attention to how you feel when you leave their presence. Are you inspired and seen, or do you feel small, confused, and emotionally depleted? Real friendships feel safe, expansive, and nourishing. And shout out to my friends that feel that from each other. Because I have beautiful friends and family that I do feel that with. And that is such a beautiful frequency to be in. So what do you do if you're realizing this is all happening? Number 1, you grieve it. Let yourself feel the sadness. It's okay. Number 2, detach with love. You don't have to cut them off overnight, but you can love them from a distance. 3, call in new soul aligned connections. The right people will never be threatened by your glow. Oh my gosh, this is so awesome. So this happens to me often throughout the years is I slowly let people go. I love them from a distance, and I get like 2 or 3 hit, empowered, entrepreneur, love and light friends that I want to be around. I let old past narcissistic, psychopathic people go, and in return, I got tenfold of love and light and inspiring and true people in my life. 4, stay true to you. Never dim your light to keep others comfortable. Oh, I like that one. Never dim your light to keep others comfortable. Amen to that. So, not everyone can come with you to the next level, and that's okay. Protect your peace, stay in your power, and remember the ones meant for you will always cheer you on, even when your shine gets brighter. The amount of support I am receiving from my close friends, family, and friends I haven't even talked to in years is beautiful. So don't dwell on the friends, quotation marks, you're distancing from. Focus on the love you're receiving from the people who are in the same frequency as you. And shout out to all my support out there because you know who you are. And I appreciate y'all so much, including my father, my fiance Roger, and my best friends, and my friends who are messaging me. And I just appreciate everybody. And with all that being said, much love. And the affirmation to end on is I choose gratitude. I choose to give and receive love. And so it is.